Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is June. Today is Thursday, May 26, 2022. It is 9:40 in the AM. I am in Jamaica. Thank you for stopping by. In today's video, I want to present my own thought on the concept of kingdom marriages. I am no authority on the subject, I must confess. I have spent many hours viewing or listening to presentations on this topic. Most of these presentations were given as messages from God for persons who in their current situations are quote-unquote Christians, especially females. They are waiting to be presented with a God-ordained spouse. I have often questioned myself whether God does ordain persons for spousal relationship. I am truly interested in this topic because I am yet to see in my own country marriages that are quote-unquote considered kingdom marriages. I am used to the traditional type of marriages. Persons enter a relationship, persons date or court, they get engaged, they set a marriage date, and the rest is history. So I don't really know anyone who has experienced this type of relationship. I have not heard the term being uttered. It's just on YouTube. I would see several persons making their presentation. I have searched the internet for a fundamental definition of the term kingdom marriage, and I must confess that I have found nothing new, nothing interesting, nothing fascinating. As it was in the beginning, that's how it is right now. I haven't heard anything different. Yes, there are some persons who will tell you, oh, God showed me my husband and we get married in a week. But is this really kingdom marriage? Having married a stranger. Tony Evans, in his book titled Kingdom Marriage, Connecting God's Purpose with Your Pleasure, he stated that kingdom marriage is a conventional marriage where persons commit themselves to divine authority in order to replicate God's image and expand his role in the world through both the individual and joint calling. But honestly, my friend, what does that definition really mean? What are we to understand from such terms like divine authority, replica of God's image? Aren't we all made in his image and likeness? Our calling? I assume he meant our purpose. I really don't know. In my opinion, though, the conditions for kingdom marriage was laid down in Genesis when God presented Adam with his companion. God himself had groomed or prepared Adam to be a provider, a protector, a good listener, a sexual partner, and a companion to Eve. He was presented with a wife only after he was mature enough to be a kingdom husband. A man prepared for marriage to be in service to his wife. Eve, on the other hand, she was also prepared by God for her role as a kingdom wife, a companion, a source of strength, a partner to her husband, a kingdom husband. The relationship was meant to be kept. They were equally yoked by God. So having been given this roadmap on the principles for marriage, we need to do our due diligence. Both parties should see the relationship as being mutually beneficial. We must do some introspection. We must assess our own self and ask for God's guidance. I believe that one should not enter into marriage blindly under the banner of kingdom spouse or entering into a kingdom marriage. Do not do it. Do not do it. And especially when you do not even understand the meaning of this fancy phrase. Be sure that real life experiences will present themselves and the marriage will become a burden. You will struggle to keep the marriage. You were unequally yoked. You failed to do your research. You were blindly deceived by the writings on the banner. Kingdom spouse. But I am sure that you will keep up the charade by saying, What God puts together, let no man put asunder. Or, what God joins together, let no man separate. But then I'll ask, did God really put you together? Or did you put yourself in a kingdom marriage? Frustration. We need to seek God in all situations. One has to assess the biblical yoke to determine whether it is balancing the two individuals. We must be honest with self. Ask questions. Can I compliment my partner? Not only by attempting to follow Jesus Christ's teaching, being a Christian per se, but rather to be adaptive to differences in culture, norms, and values. Can I respect these differences? What of children? Does my partner want children of his own, or does he want us to adopt? Am I a planner? Am I a spendthrift? Am I a homemaker? Am I a housekeeper? Will my career interfere with the relationship? Will his career interfere? Will we be busy partners in this relationship where our work or our career comes first, so we don't even have time to interact? We don't know each other. And very important is personality. Am I dependent? Am I avoidant? Am I a narcissist? Is my partner a narcissist? Can I cope with that type of personality? All these and much more are yokes to be assessed, lest we become unequally yoked and be seen as jokers for Christ. If the kingdom marriage becomes unbearable, if I am not happy, what does God say about this? Should I stay until death do us part? Will murder be a choice to free myself because I am expected to stay in a kingdom marriage until death? So am I expected then, if I am not happy, to do the unthinkable? To be yoked, in my opinion, means to be united for a common purpose, and there can be many purposes. It is much more than being Christian, and especially when there are so many faith-based organizations, each one teaching something different. We must therefore decide whether the yoke is balancing the proposed union. Are we compatible in other areas of everyday life? What about the extended family? The mother-in-laws, the father-in-laws, the brothers, the sisters, the one who want to interfere and to drive the relationship. We have often used the term unconditional love. In my opinion, this type of love belongs to Jesus Christ. Relationship does come with conditions. There is a reason, a condition that caused me to approach you in the first place. Was it the way your hair was styled? Was it the dress you were wearing? Was it your physical shape? Was it your complexion? Was it the length of your fingers? Was it your teeth? What was it that drew me to you in the first place? That's a condition. My friends, if God is telling you or inviting you to enter a kingdom marriage, you need to get the details from Him. Because God, He is interested in details. Spend time with your spouse prior to marriage. Get to know each other. And having satisfied yourself that the relationship has a foundation for marriage, then and only then should you progress further. Don't waste people's time and money inviting them to wedding when you don't even know the person you are marrying. How can I tell you, oh, it's my God ordained spouse, and God says, I will ask you, did God tell you? When did He tell you? How did He relay the message to you? Many persons, especially females, I must admit, have been holding on to the promise of marriage and kingdom spousing, a God ordained spouse. But I would suggest that you prepare yourself to be a good wife. Talk to God first. Build a relationship with self. Know yourself and try to understand your purpose. Tell God the desires of your heart and ask for His guidance as you attempt to identify the best person with whom to yoke your God ordained spouse. And be vigilant and purposeful in your spousal journey. I doubt your spouse will fall like manna from heaven. I don't think so. So let us be purposeful in our actions. Let us be purposeful in our journey. My friends, I hope you find this preamble interesting, and that those of us who are waiting for a spousal miracle will start to put ourselves in order for this kingdom marriage. My friends, be blessed, be focused, be purposeful. Stay the course, stay on your path. Again, I thank you for spending time with me. I always enjoy your company. And so I look forward to continuing the journey with you. In the meantime, keep safe. My name is Joan. I'm sending you love as always from Jamaica.